Welcome back to the channel and to the new Park Who Dis contest. Each and every submission gets its own spotlight, and today we are looking at Pirate Adventure by Potatus 55. Today I'm joined by Rellimetep. Relly is a Planet Coaster streamer and very well-known member of the community. Although he was unable to submit a park, Relly was a participant and featured streamer during the contest. Hello Relly.
Hiya there Moomin, how's it going sir?
Oh, wonderful. How are you?
Oh, not too bad at all, not too bad at all. All the better for being on yet another one of these magnificent spotlights. Looking forward to this one.
Absolutely, I'm excited to have you back again. So Potatus says the park has a total of 7 coasters, 6 flat rides, 1 shooting ride, 1 hotel, 1 arcade, 1 gift shop, some restaurants, a playground, and on the hotel building there are some hidden secrets for the guests to find. Wowie, that's going to be a lot to explore and I'm very excited.
Yeah, talk about packing the park full of attractions. This is going to be an interesting one, definitely.
Absolutely. So, starting with piece count.
I do expect this to be fairly high, although 30,000.
Yeah, that's pretty good, isn't it? So yeah, that's 30,566. This is Park Variation Alpha, which means we have the Cascade, a spinning coaster, the 360 Power, and the Insanity, giving us the pirate theme. So there is no doubt we have at least 1 coaster. The Dark Ride is in the original show building over here. And finally, the Swan is still very much in position. Now, I have to be honest, before I started the spotlight, I went through all of the information about the creator, and I was umming and ahhing about the pronunciation of Potatus. I don't know, what's your final decision, really?
If you're saying Potatus, I should say Potatus on this one, just to make sure we cover all bases. But,
absolutely. Look at this.
What a sightline. Oh, is this, what is it, the Star Loop I want to say it's called in game? Very nice.
Something like that. But yeah, there's so many different varying heights. Even individual buildings have the various roof heights going on. This coaster track sweeping past the entrance. The entrance itself, which we'll come on to now, and then continuing the theming all the way down here, just looks beautiful. And here is the aforementioned entrance, beautifully done. Still capturing everything about the original, but completely reskinning it for the pirate theme, but keeping those signature pieces like the wooden decor. You've got the columns here switched to the logs instead.
Exactly, yeah. It's literally just rebuilt, really, with the limestone walls and whatnot there. But that's again carried across all of the utility buildings outside of the front of this, so it's, as you would like to say, very cohesive across the entranceway there. Yep. Just helps to remind and reinforce that this was Radyr Valley.
Where are you running off to? Okay, we got some information kiosks. Lovely stuff.
Lovely bit of clutter in the back corners there as well. I'm noticing all of the barrels and cannons. Lovely. Yeah. Even
a little pirate just chilling there.
Yeah. Get back to work, son.
And in we go. And the first thing that's caught my eye is the drop tower in the dive coaster hole from previously. And this is actually the 3rd time I've seen someone do this in the contest. Probably not.
Wait, I've not seen that in some of the spotlights that I've done with you, so I was just going to say this is a really nice inventive use of the hole there. I've not seen that done.
It's new to you, but no, I think it is a really unique and clever way of reusing the hole, but that's why I'm so interested at the fact that, again, I've seen it by 3 different creators who probably aren't aware of each other doing it. So
of course, yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone was in collaboration or anything, but yeah, it's simply like there's a space there, so why not use it? And I like the fact that people have done different things with the elements that were physically in the park like this. Yes, you see people using like the dive coasters or some kind of coaster going in there as originally was, but to redress it and repurpose it like this, I really like that. With
the Ferris wheel here as well, in a lovely baby blue.
Fits really nice against the skyline there.
It does, yeah. And it's literally called the Blue Wheel as well. So it is what it is.
Love it, exactly, yeah. It does what it says on the tin.
Okay, Relly, which way would you like to go?
Oh, well, I'm seeing, is that an RMC off to the right there?
You know you're going to be the one for that, not me. So we'll go and investigate.
I'm seeing what looks like a steel-top Woody, so let's have a look. Is this Fury of the Seas?
Yeah. Great name and great queue by the looks of things.
Lots of clutter and just like the decorations with the vines going on there. Very nice work.
Well, it just seems like another prime example of taking my original queue, which was similar vibe with the queue cover and the foliage, but completely switching it out for more piratey themed. This is way better than my one. So.
Oh, give over. You're too mean to yourself.
Shush, shush now. Okay, here we are in the station. Loads more barrels. I'm getting like a pirate cargo storage area kind of vibe for this. And,
yeah, I'm liking the custom storage space on the opposite side of the station there. Nice views out as well.
Brilliant stuff already. So let's hop on our Woody.
Ah, indeed, it is just the Woody. I thought I'd seen an inversion going on there, but it must just be my eyes playing tricks. And
just too eager for an RMC, aren't you?
I am, yes, I am. Well, I really enjoyed that. For such a small footprint, how much airtime did that pack in there? Just every few seconds was another pop of an airtime hill. Sideways airtime going over like some of the turns on that as well. Excellent work. Really like that for the size of it.
Yeah, I was going to say, what a way to kick off our first of 7 coasters. If the rest are of this standard, then I'm very excited because this was great fun. It ticked every box of a wooden coaster. It had that kind of roughness you get with the banking in old Woodies.
Yes.
And yeah, and the layout, as you said, follows exactly what you would expect. So
you're just constantly surrounded. You feel completely engulfed in this kind of tropical jungle kind of vibe I was getting from that, just for the entire length of the ride. Amazing work.
So that was Fury of the Seas. Loved that. So let's head further into the jungle, shall we?
I'm liking the change of pathing going up into this area as well.
Yeah.
It's still fitting, but it just gives you that little bit more interest in there.
It does.
Oh, what's it?
Yeah, I'm intrigued by this. Just like a little viewing hole, but it works so nicely.
At first, I thought there was something kind of physically built into that as like a little scene, but no, it's just a nice way of being able to see the other side of the park.
Exactly, it's so clever because it's saying, obviously, we needed to put a food court here, but we don't want to obstruct the sight lines, so we'll just put a hole in it.
and even like a little vista point there as well, so the guests will react to the views that they're actually seeing there. Lovely bit of clutter again, as we saw in the station for the Woody.
Which should bring us round to our Insanity, which it does. Lovely archway into this area. Sunflare.
Sunflare.
I have noticed already we had one of our colleagues in a blue uniform over there, and we've got one in a yellow uniform here, so even blending the staff into the ride that they are operating.
And that's why you do these. I hadn't even picked up on that there moving, but yes, 2 rides in and you're noticing the little details like that. Very good.
It really sells something. It makes, I'm going to use it again, it just makes everything cohesive.
Indeed. Obviously fairly simple with all of like the wooden framework, but it works, especially tying it in with the little bell tower off to the side there.
Yeah, loving these paths because it's doing the original Planko pathing, but everything is so seamlessly integrated into the foliage that it all just
exactly.
flows.
It's so lush with everything kind of just filling in those dead spaces where Potatus hasn't pathed, but yeah, it works really, really well. Gives a nice flow to it so far.
And yet again, My bridge has been maintained. It's still here.
That iconic bridge.
The iconic bridge is still here.
Oh, and taking the spinning coaster under it.
Yeah, indeed. I'm not sure we've seen the spinning utilize it before. So that's,
I certainly haven't, no.
No, so that's a great use of this. We've got a reskin of this little vending area that I had originally. Not many people have kept that, to be honest, so that's nice to see. The swan, doing exactly what I asked for. It keeps the original structure, as it is a listed building, of course. It's just been clad in these nice wooden panels. And it's the new swan. It is what it is.
Absolutely perfect work with that, as you say, just a recladding on that, so everything's completely ticked the boxes on that. It looks really nice and cute in there. It blends in very well with the surrounding scenery, and that's you can't fault that at all. Oh, and even like the I want to say, it's like the staff room at the back there's even been reclad.
Yep, indeed. It's been reclad and extended with this.
Arcade. The little arcade. I love putting arcades in parks.
Yeah, that's great.
This is so cute. Love it.
It's exactly what the park would do. This was dead space before, so a great way of boosting the income for the park. And,
exactly, monetize every square inch of it, definitely.
Exactly.
Oh, gift shop as well.
Okay, we will head back round there, but first we've got a spinning coaster called Tornado, and another fantastic queue line.
I'm loving all of like the ivy growing up the fencing on the sides, but yes, the chain work there as well. Lovely stuff.
This is a safety fence because this is the ride area, so it's taking what would be an essential fence, but making it part of the theming. Very
good use of that. It's not very often that you see that done. A lot of the time, it is just here's your mesh fence or here's a wall that has to be decorated. But yeah, to blend the two, just to keep it all tied in together is great. Oh, again, excellent clutter work.
This is another great example of, I only mentioned a few times during the contest, people that have gone to the extra length of almost extending the queue line into the station itself. Not many people think to build onto the station platform. As long as you're avoiding the collision of the guests, it's a great thing to do.
Yeah, and as you've mentioned in some of your previous videos on the channel, anything that you can do to make Planco not look like Planco makes it stand out. So things like covering up those hideous metal barriers that you get in the whole area here just adds so much more character. Obviously, we've got a lovely little operator's booth there as well. Just gives it that little bit more realism.
Okay, let's hop on our spinning coaster. Previously in the contest, I made a comment about someone's spinning coaster saying that it was the best controlled spin I'd seen so far. Well, I'm afraid this has to take the crown for me because that was superb control. Better than
you took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say, obviously, I wasn't able to complete my build in time, but one of the things that I was most proud of was the spinning coaster. That wipes the floor with mine. Absolutely. The elements that are on there, obviously coming out of that first drop onto the lift hill, you've got the classic double back that you find on a lot of Maura and Zamperla spinners. Absolutely fantastic control of the spin, as you say, the integration of the theming, the waterwork on this, all of the sight lines off it, just absolutely everything done to a very, very, very high level. That was amazing.
Yeah, because I mean, when we came off the top of the lift hill, I was concerned because you get a bit of a frantic spin at the start. But having now ridden the rest of it, it's great. It's kind of like, let's just shake you up a bit before you get to go through this beautiful, like elegant track layout with such a controlled spin. So that was Tornado. But let's head back round past our arcade and gift shop. Cannonball. What's this, Relly?
Oh, now then, you have got me stumped on this one. It's the invert, isn't it? It's the reverse launch inverse.
The Impulsion Viper 1 in-game?
Yeah, this is one, obviously you've got me on because I know a little bit about my coasters and that. However, this is one that is much more, I've seen certainly in American parks, but I don't believe there's anything functioning in the UK of this model. So it's one of those that I'm aware of but not familiar with.
Yeah.
But this is the thing, when you pack everything so densely as what's being done, you can't help but get these sight lines. But then like have it kind of framed as well as what we do. Obviously we're seeing the coaster itself going past there. I love it when you have this kind of level of ride integration. It just makes like your job so much easier with theming. You've already got something big in place. You know, it's great work.
Okay, without further ado, time to jump on. Very short and sweet, but would be an intense ride, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. One thing that I especially like with this is the use of the coaster model. Now, obviously, we went on about this before we went on the ride, and it's not a ride that either of us are familiar with, having actually physically ridden. But given the name of it, Cannonball, and the theming going about there, the fact that we have the forward launch, the backward launch, going backwards and forwards with the theming that's on there, made you feel, to me at least, like you were cannonballs being shot back from one side of the turrets to the other, and like you were in the middle of a battle, basically, at this facade of a fort. A really good integration of like ride type and making the theme work for what the ride does.
So background by the Swan, we've got this wonderful little playground out of a shipwreck.
This is adorable, isn't it? I absolutely love this. Some amazing slides made out of the basic shapes there. Obviously all themed around this ship. Can we have a little nip into the play area and actually...
You just want to go play in the playground, don't you, really?
I do, yeah, of course I do. Always love that in the park, especially like tying in with the theme. On a nice sunny day, that's great for the kids to go in and cool down and have a bit of splashy fun. Very nice. Everything accessible there with like ladders going up the cargo net and going up to the slides.
Yeah.
And just, yeah, very nicely, heavily themed again.
And not even just for the kids, because I mean that almost vertical drop slide there.
Oh yeah, I'd be straight on that.
Yeah, that's for all ages. That'd be great fun. Behind us, surprise, surprise, we have another coaster.
Wow, yeah, another one. The Red Sea. Oh, I love that with the netting in between the open kind of rafters of the roof there, just allowing that little glimpse of everything coming. Very nice. Ah, yes, I tend to use the Vector, but yeah, this is a very interesting one, especially going straight into a lift hill. Oh, it's a vertical launch.
It is a launch, yeah.
Oh, very maverick.
Can't say I've seen many of these, so very interested.
Well, bravo on that one. I really enjoyed that. I think if I were at this park, I'd be on that one all day. Absolutely adored it. How many inversions did we end up having on that in all? 5. I assumed it would be a lot more than that. I think it's just because it packs so much into, yet again, such a small area. The use of space as like the footprints for these coasters is amazing. Obviously, we mentioned on the Woody the amount of airtime. On this, obviously, you've got the speed and the inversions, which are absolutely brilliant.
I just have to say, apologies for the flailing arms, but Potatus did request that we ride in seat view for the coasters. But yeah, going off what you said about the Woody as well, something I forgot to mention the first time was also how well timed to the music it was. It really had some great crescendo moments that timed beautifully. And I have to say, this is a perfect replacement for Adach Luth Gwyn. Sharing some of the elements that it had, like this roll right at the end, is pretty much exactly the same place. It's exactly what I can imagine the park putting in its place as a bit of like a revamp on what was there before.
But yeah, this is one of those coasters I'd be riding all day. Love this.
All right, time for one of my favourite parts of these spotlights, the Dark Ride.
Oh, brilliant stuff.
We've got the Lost Sword. So before we head into the Dark Ride, Potatus did ask for me to do the little introduction for it, so here we go. Hey pirate, you are going on an adventure to find the Lost Sword. To reach it, you will have to pass through the Lost City and the Lava Caves. I wish you good luck. Okay, hopping into nighttime, let's head into the queue.
Oh, this is lovely. Oh, I like the water feature.
And the
nice rock work on the wall.
Complete reskin of this corridor, something that not a lot of people did actually. They often kept it the same, so it's nice to see some variety.
Yeah, harks back to the comments that we've already made about what the park would actually do in keeping so much of the original structure there.
And here we are, and my goodness, this got spooky real quick.
Yeah, what a change. Oh, how's your trigger finger, man?
Oh, well, we're about to find out, I think.
Rather you than me, I think, on these. I'm terrible.
Deary me. Okay, well, wish me luck.
Good luck, sir.
Well, that is easily the highest score I think I've ever got in any shooting ride ever.
Well done, mate. Well done. Yeah, the control of both the pacing and the rotation on this just allowed you to make sure that you had time to line up for all of these targets. There was a lot of sequencing going on with that. It's hard to see in the darkness, but obviously a lot of the water effects being put to use. When you hit like the bigger kind of targets there, obviously triggered this fountain that we're going past. And then as we move into the lava area, that rotation kind of increases, making it a little bit more intense, therefore fitting that kind of theme. And what a great job on this as well, the change of character when we go from that more tranquil area to this, like almost, I'm guessing, like inside a volcano with all of the lava triggered events. Brilliant work.
As you said, the control of the car was the thing that made that so enjoyable. I would say that's the first time in this contest I felt as if I had a chance to shoot things properly.
Either that or you've just got better over all of these spotlights.
Maybe. Yeah, we are like 4 or 5 from the end now, so I should be getting pretty good at this point. As you said, everything that you shot had, it was kind of a trigger. The track layout, this here, so seamlessly. We came through here, we did a loop around here, we came back on ourselves and then slipped into here so seamlessly. Great use of space, as they would do in a budget dark ride. Not that this is at all budget necessarily.
No, this is very much like one of the trackless dark rides that you tend to get these days in like high-end parks. Certainly, like Disney are massive fans of that.
Something really simple that I don't see very often is the different use of colours with the targets really signified the different sections you were in.
And also the effect that you were going to get by shooting at them. Blue would obviously give you water, red would give you fire and things like that.
I'm going to go out there and say that I think, despite its simplicity, I think that was one of the best executed shooting rides I've seen in a long, long time.
100%, yeah, that's exactly what was on my mind through that. Very good job.
And here is our 360 power.
Using your original wooden fencing on the sides of this as well. Could have saved about 1,000 pieces by deleting that and doing something different, but yeah, we'll keep that.
All right, throwing a bit of shade there, really. Let's see. Big shot.
Big shot.
Oh, okay, this is going to be our drop tower, isn't it?
I was going to say we're going underground here, so I'm assuming this is the drop tower. That's a great view from part of the queue. Gives you something interesting as you potentially be waiting here, because these do tend to get a bit of a queue. Because this is right at the very start of the park, isn't it? It's right in that entrance plaza.
Yeah.
So yeah, the queue's being utilised underground just to kind of get that space, because I'm assuming Potatus there was thinking along the same kind of lines as me, and that you need the space for the guests. But yeah, this just kind of fills that gap in nicely. Very good.
So we've got some toilets down here.
Yeah,
nice.
you'd need a toilet after filling for that queue.
Definitely. Which brings us out. That's our former
Love that fountain.
big bite. Yeah, that's a lovely centerpiece in front of the food court. Just nice. Just beautiful sightlines everywhere.
Yeah.
And just a simple reskin, changing the colour scheme. That's all that needs to be done, really.
Exactly, yeah, and again ties it to the theme with like the blue making it like water, with the wood keeping it as like feeling like a boat. But yeah, very, very nice.
We'll head back through here, which brings us out to a little carousel, wonderfully integrated, which brings us to Mousetrap.
So nice little nerd chat show inspired idea there with the numbers for your lanes, and a very hard coaster to use in the wooden wild mouse. You don't see a lot of it.
It is, but I've got a feeling this is a good one.
So far, Potatus hasn't let us down, and he's obviously someone who knows his coasters, knows the elements that should be included, so I'm looking forward to this. I'm just sat here with a big smile on my face. That just gave me such nostalgia for these types of rides. The layout is exactly what you see from these. The doubling back, like all the switchbacks, getting slightly lower, just to maintain that speed. The drops on it were just about right as well.
It told its own story, even on a technical level. Like, it felt like you were a little ship, like bobbing up and down on the sea. The music was so perfectly timed and so perfectly suited for the ride and the motions you were making. Each time the melody went through, it's the bars matched the hills and the turns, and then it even ended at the right time, coming back into the station. Just yet another little masterpiece, to be honest.
As you said, to be able to tell that story, keep the theming so intensive, but stay true to the type of ride that it is.
Yeah.
And as I've mentioned previously with Potatus, knowing his stuff with coasters, this is another example of that, using the ride type perfectly.
Now, we had a little peek in here from the ride track, but let's head into this giant building. Ooh.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Nighttime, I did wonder. Little seating area, little food court.
Lovely centerpiece in there. Oh, there's a slide.
There's a slide. Okay, so yeah, this is our little balcony here with the slide. Very nice. Just like a nice hotel viewing point.
Absolutely gorgeous. Great use of the space to take advantage of this otherwise invisible kind of area of the park.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what the hidden secrets are, whether that was something we were supposed to find, but if it was, Potatus, make sure to leave a comment, and everyone else, make sure to download the park and have a little explore yourselves. So, coming back round the front here, we've obviously got our cascade.
Looks beautiful up against the hotel there.
It does.
And again, excellent covering work on the station here.
Okay, time for a cascade.
Taking it more as like not so much a dark ride, but just a heavily themed, almost like a log flume for most of that, which is the intention of this. But I do like that addition of the loop on this, just to give it that something more for the coaster section. Took at a really good speed. It wasn't overly forceful, but certainly gave you that little bit of magic with this, and even like the upward helix that we're seeing there. Nice overbanking on that, just to again give it that little bit more of an extreme feel. In fact, is that even beyond 90 degrees, I think?
Yeah, we've got two inversions apparently.
Oh, so it has counted us. Yeah, if you go above 90. Very, very, very good work.
Behind us, we've got a lovely, well-integrated chair swing called Sky Adventure. So simple, but so seamlessly integrated into the path. There's no awkward gap. It just sits there wonderfully.
Yeah.
Which is no easy feat in Planko, so hats off. And to our right, we have the Green Serpent.
Ooh, I'm looking forward to this.
Me too. This was the one that was dominating the skyline from the car park. So.
And once again, interesting choice of coaster. Schwarzkopf Star Looper on this. You don't see a lot of these, not only in Planko, but in real life. Yeah, very interesting choice. Great use of the cargo netting there, just to double as a fence through this.
Yeah, I was going to say we've got a double fence here with the netting and the stakes as well. Works really well together. But I am stuck on this fence now, so I'm going to...
Well, it is spiky, so yeah, I can't
It is. I'm stuck here forever. So my final resting place. Lovely queue cover here, but I'm focused on just staying off the fence at the moment. And here we are in the station. And wow, another great interaction with the coaster. Yet again, very excited for this one. So without further ado, let's hop on.
Really enjoyable coaster yet again. Very true to what I've seen of these particular models of coaster. Obviously, the trademark being that vertical lift hill in that little inversion right at the top of that, where you get that hang time before then traversing the rest of the coaster layout. All of which was pretty smooth as far as that goes. Lots of nice little transitions, and obviously the main thing with this is those swooping elements in, around, and over the buildings. Very, very, very nice.
Yeah, that was the thing that stood out for me, was the amount of interaction there was with the ride area. Whether it be this skimming up that roofed tile perfectly. You then get a little interaction down in the queue as well. You get people who are fantastic coaster builders, but that's where their skills cease. But with Potatus, he can not only build fantastic coasters, but knows exactly how to theme them as well. And
exactly. As you say, it's a rare combination of both. Very impressive work. I'm surprised I've not heard of them before, to be honest.
So just a quick flyover at night. We've got some lovely kind of yellowish lighting consistently throughout the park, giving it a nice glow.
Yeah, very warm, inviting. I like that. Yeah, that's very pretty.
So yeah, just as you were saying, really, Potatus isn't a name that I've been familiar with before, but I certainly will be looking out for now. This was, I'm going to be honest, I was very, very impressed with this. And I wasn't expecting to be. I think that's the thing. Obviously, Potatus's passion is coasters from the looks of things, but his skills just extend so much further than that. Like, the dark ride was flawless. You've got the flat rides, which are integrated perfectly every single time. The ability to create non-functioning assets, which is a skill in itself, like the playground over here, just seems to master every area of the game, which is just incredible. So I don't know where you came from, Potatus, but I've got my eye on you.
I think because everything is so densely low level, it's very, very different going about this park as a guest, and it changes the dynamic of it completely. Just amazing. I mean, you can see there, as we've just dove down, the difference that you get just from being at a guest level. The sight lines are what make this. The theming all the way around is just spotless. Very, very clever. Love it.
Yeah, overall, extremely, extremely impressed with this park. I'd like to say a huge thank you to Relly for joining me today. Make sure you keep tabs on your favourites ready for the public vote after all submissions have been showcased. Don't forget to like this video, not only to support me, but to show some love to today's creator. Catch you in the next one.